going to start with a small group. In front of you we have the Lake High School Flute Choir that has been meeting once a week ever since marching band ended, and we have a full program that we're going to be performing in a few weeks down at the Danbury in North Canton, but we're going to give you a little taste of that today with Amazing Grace for Flute Choir. We have 3 seniors, which I'm going to point out before we play just because it is their last concert with us here at in this Performing Arts Hall, and we really enjoyed having them in the flute choir, and that's Talia Pope, you can wave, and Katie Herrick, who's playing the alto flute, hold that up, and Samantha Davis, who's got the bass flute of the group. So we're very appreciative of our seniors and hope you enjoy Amazing Grace.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our high school spring concert. Round one. We'll have another one that begins at 8 o'clock later here this evening. First and foremost, I just want to tell you how much we all thoroughly enjoyed Monday night's band banquet. It is a wonderful evening of celebration and recognition. Food is always good. We're always able to keep things moving right along, yet make sure that everybody is honored. So I just want to thank you all for your attendance, and above all, thank the students for your participation in our band program and in that way that we can celebrate you at the end of every school year. First group up this evening is the Lake High School Wind Symphony, and they are under the direction of Mr. Joshua Laux. Would you please welcome him as well as the band to the stage?
Good evening. As Mr. Kibler mentioned, thank you so much for coming out to enjoy the spring concert here this evening, and it was great to see you all this past Monday at our band banquet as well. The last song you just heard was a West Highland fanfare, and the next tune that we'll be doing for you this evening is a medley of Pixar movie soundtrack tunes. But before we get to that last tune, while percussion is rearranging and whatnot, I have just a few things to get to. Just a few brief announcements here before I move on to the next recognition. A couple things. The first one is updating Charms. Charms, the system that we use to keep track of everybody's emails and send out emails and whatnot. If you could make sure, we kind of do it as part of our spring cleaning in the department, if you could log into Charms and make sure that you have the most up-to-date email address that you want us to be contacting you with, as well as phone number. in the system, that would be wonderful, because that's what we log into anytime we need to get in touch with any of you. And we hate it when we send out an email. We hate it because we feel bad. When we send out an email and then we get an email from somebody saying, I didn't know about this, and we go, oh my gosh, we're so sorry. So if you can help us out by making sure that you have the most up-to-date stuff, that would be wonderful. Uniform fittings. Most of the students have gone through at this point in time and registered for uniform fitting, but if you know that your child has not done that yet, I've been kind of prodding them, and the other directors have been as well. If you could help them make sure that they go online through some of the different emails that we sent out. There's the link there to sign up for uniform fitting time, or you can reach that link by logging into Charms, going into the marching band folder, and finding the uniform fitting voucher letter. There's a link in there that you can follow as well. That would we would appreciate that very much. Band shoes. If any of you are in need of new marching band shoes, it's hard to believe for all of us. So we're actually at this point talking about marching band, but it's right around the corner. If you need new shoes for next year, please contact Taylor Band and Orchestra as soon as possible. You have to set up a time to go up there and arrange to be fitted, and I believe it's $29, I think, for a new pair of shoes if you need those. So please do that as soon as possible. Also, a friendly reminder that tomorrow is the deadline for the polo, marching band polo shirt order form. We need the money and the form. If your polo shirt from last year is in good shape, it's the exact same shirt this year, so you don't need another one. But if you're like, oh no, I got a lot taller, which I never do, but I got a lot taller and now I need a new shirt, you can go ahead and purchase that, but we need all those orders in by tomorrow, so that way we can get them to the students on time. Also, band yearbook. We put together a really fantastic band yearbook. Our historians do from the band, some of our students. The money for that is due, I believe it's $11. That is due tomorrow as well with the order form. Those two forms were emailed out. We will have some information regarding our Cedar Point trip that we do at the end of the school year coming your way very, very soon. Mr. Cooey is diligently working on all of that amidst everything else that we have going on right now, but that is coming your way soon. So I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to steal his thunder. And then we are having our first music marching band rehearsal starting on Friday, May 12th, believe it or not. We have some really, really neat shows lined up for this year, but we haven't yet told the kids, so I don't want to steal anything from them being the first to know. But I can say we had a great turnout at our show idea song sharing meeting a couple weeks ago, back on the 18th, and a lot of those ideas were heard, and don't be surprised if you see a lot of them coming up this fall. We have some good things up our sleeve. All right, now that I have all those reminders out of the way. This is, of course, our last concert for the school year, which is always a bittersweet thing. It's, yay, the school year's wrapping up, the students are excited, but a lot of them are like, oh man, this is the end for me because I'm graduating, I'm moving on to bigger and better things. But we always like to take this opportunity to recognize those individuals in our ensembles that are seniors and who have given, in most cases, 8 years to this band program. And so at this point in time, I'd like to ask you to hold your applause till the end. I'm going to call off each of the names. One of them I think is not here this evening due to illness, but we will still recognize her nonetheless. In the flute section, please stand when you hear your name. Hannah Rembiesa and Maya Snyder. In the clarinets, Caitlin Gooding and Marissa Mosser. And bass clarinet, Brianna Madison. On French horn, Ty Bragg. Euphonium, Tyler Butterfield and John Williams. And in percussion, Trey Robinson. No sit down just yet. I always like to take this opportunity to say thank you. I know I mentioned a little bit of something before we came out, but thank you all very much for your dedication to this program, everything that you've given. You guys have extremely busy schedules. We're well aware of that, and you guys have found ways to make it work, whether it be with sports or a job or drama or whatever. You always have found a way to be here and just give it your all. And we couldn't be what we are without people like you leading the way and helping to show all of the new members who come on into this program as freshmen what it means to be a Blue Streak and what it means to be a member of this band program. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and we wish you the best of luck next year in your future endeavors. After this next tune, we will have just a few minutes here where we'll have to kind of flip the setup just a little bit, tweak it, and then we'll be back at you with the symphonic band. Thank you so much, and we hope you enjoy Pixar Movie Magic. Thank you very much. And I failed to mention that was Logan Crozier on trumpet. Logan, go ahead and give a wave. Thank you very much. Stick with us here for just a few minutes while we turn things over.